Welcome, listeners. Welcome to the Ratchet Ramblings podcast presented to you by the CSPN. I am, tonight, one half of your host, Jeremy, aka Black Dante on Twitter, aka Niggamort, aka I too am an activist. And I'm joined by one of the dopest people that I've met via the internet. I will let her introduce herself, the Queen of Niggatry.
Hello, everybody. It's Candace. You can find me on Twitter at London and Mommy. Going by the newest alias, Happy Holidays. Who want to fight?
You're doing amazing, friend. You're doing amazing.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you so much.
Our third member, Curtis, is not here today, or tonight rather. He has some. He was being an adult, basically. Which fair, because this. Ooh, child, life be life. So he was not able to catch up on any of the shows this week and join us, but we are going to hold Mister 57% down. We love our
Yes.
friend very much.
Yes. Shout out to Curtis the Menace. Your presence will be missed, but we're gonna try to make you proud.
That is correct. That is correct. Yes, the usual spiel. In the spirit of Curtis, use the hashtag Ratchet Ramblings Pod when you are listening. You can find us on Facebook at Ratchet Rambling. You can find us on Twitter at Ratchet Rambling because Twitter is was being a hater hole when we were making the page and didn't let us put on the S. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. And also be sure to follow us on Instagram at Ratchet Ramblings. And yeah, leave us some ratings and some reviews. And yeah, tell us how
Yeah.
much you like this hashtag content.
Contents.
That's correct. I think that's all of the announcements out the gate, ain't it?
Yeah. Let's go on and get into it. We're gonna start out with Married to Medicine, and I'm absolutely glad they moved to Saturdays because it's dry.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ooh, yeah. We
Y'all spend so much time that first half of the season focusing on quad and quad business. Y'all ain't got shit left for the second season unless you surprise me, cause ooh, I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about menopause with pussy dry. It's
Miss-
dry.
yeah. It was pretty dry. I gotta say it was pretty dry. And we get through this pretty quickly because this episode honestly was dry. It was a continuation of their trip to wherever the hell it was. I forgot what the hell it was. But it was a continuation of when we left off the episode prior with Dr. Contessa. No, with Dr. Simone calling Dr. Contessa a victim and saying that she's throwing the surgery in her face, and they had a talk facilitated by Dr. Jackie, which I would say Contessa better than me because I would have told Simone.
I would have told Simone to go chew through some steel, cause bitch, fuck you. Like I am very, 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 very underwhelmed by the older, mature woman that Simone is supposed to be amongst this group of girls. Like,
Keyword suppose.
she is supposed to be what Dr. Jackie is. Instead, she acting like she younger than Quad.
I know, right? We should the irony.
Because
Remember
Quad
that?
is the baby. Quad's still the baby of the show, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So
Which is the irony because remember because I think it was Heavenly which who but I think it was Heavenly that said either in one of her confessionals like every time we get on the boat Simone fussing and they rolled the clip back which that's one thing I do appreciate on these shows is this year's they rolling up that bean footage back rolling those receipts back and when Simone was yelling and called Quad talking about this little girl which like you said, it's ironic that she called Quad a little girl, but she act like somebody younger than Quad.
bitch, you need to go chew some braces. You look like you could chew through a chain link fence. And I always got something to say. Your own motherfucking marriage is not intact.
And shit, primarily because
You
of your
are
ass.
you are you are spoon feeding your husband pussy but you got the world to say about everybody else's business. You are so negative. Like you've been negative this whole season. And even last season, just a negative Nancy ass bitch with big teeth. Oh, you house mouth bitch.
That's what happened when you ain't getting dick down on the regular, but that ain't nobody's fault but hers.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So they
Fuck you,
made up.
bitch.
But yeah, her and Contessa made up, which, like I said again, like I think it was Curtis that said that one week he was out Candace. You could tell Dr. Contessa on his real spiritual journey because listen, let me tell you something. Between Simone,
Yes. Yeah, you're right. But you know what it is? Dr. Contessa is happy
yeah,
with her
yeah,
life.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
she
yeah, yeah.
carries herself like a woman that is happy with her life in all aspects.
I
She's
like how
happy
you
with
said
her.
that. Come on, come on, come
She
on.
is. Yeah, you see me. You see me. You see me.
Yeah,
You
come
see
on,
me. You hear me
come,
knocking at me in.
come on, Candace Van Zandt. Come on now.
Rhonda. But no, she's happy in her career with the way because she was a little unhappy working full time, so she figured out a way to have her career and be more present in her kids' lives. So she's happy in that aspect. She's happy with her husband because she got that fine ass man that support her in everything that she wants to do. She has been working on being closer with her father. Um, they look financially stable, child, and they look like they be having the good sex, not the
the
okay sex. They look like they had a good sex.
they it look like they be getting to the root of that nut is what they look like they
Yeah,
be
that's what
doing.
I'm saying. The root of the nuts. And so her energy is different. She's not
Yes.
argumentative, but if you take her there, she gonna check the shit out you.
Yeah, cause but yeah, that's what I was saying. And it's so funny you said that Dr. Scott support her and everything, because Dr. Scott was turned this episode. He was like, what was said to my wife? What was it? Cause
Yeah, because he tired.
cause soon as Simone called Contessa a bitch, he was like, what was said? Who a bitch? Who? But then all the men was like, yo, you don't jump in women's business, which.
I don't agree with that. Let me tell you
That's
something.
okay. We done. I didn't want to sound like
Let
the typical
me
asshole
say,
male on the show, but
no,
yeah.
let me say this. If a motherfucker is in my face, especially when I'm not 100% healthy, the motherfuckers keep bothering me, disrespecting me. I know who gonna get in everybody's face.
Mike.
The man that I'm married to.
Yep.
Nobody, your husband should not be content to stand around and watch anybody disrespect you verbally, mentally, emotionally, or physically abuse you because it's women doing it. No,
Yeah.
fuck that.
Yeah. And I feel like
Fuck
Dr. Scott
you.
wouldn't. I feel like Dr. Scott wouldn't be like a typical like nigga and be like ready to fight a woman, but I do
Yeah,
think
no,
he
but I
would.
definitely think he'd check a bitch about
Yeah.
Contessa.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's how it's supposed to be because same thing. If I'm around and niggas is coming at Mike on some real disrespectful shit or trying to take it there, I'm finna step right in the middle. Do we have a problem here?
Correct. Correct.
Because it seemed like it's some smoke wanted here, and if it's some smoke wanted, then we gonna set everything on fire together.
Blaze, blaze, bitch.
I'm not finna just sit back and watch you disrespect somebody important to me because oh that's men business. Oh that's women business. Well, it's everybody business if I'm here, bitch.
Yeah.
Now,
And then
hello.
Dr. Scott he been watching them disrespect his wife, specifically Toya and Simone. He been watching them disrespect her like all
Yeah,
season. So he rightfully was fed up.
Dr. Scott came like happy holidays. Who want to fight?
Right. He
That's
was like,
how
I
he
can't.
was.
It reminded me of and it reminded me of remember this off topic a little bit, but remember Mob Lines and remember Drita when Drita was always about that action.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Speaking of, we have to give all roses to Drita because when you talk about on site, that was a fighting motherfucker.
Oh yeah. Always.
Drita was about that action. I'll never forget that damn last season they had when they had that final sit down and her ass, she put her bag on the table. She put her bag on the table and swung at Karen all in one damn motion. I'll never forget it. Never forget it. Bravo.
Yeah.
But yeah. So they made up, and then they honestly, this episode was really dry. Mariah apologized to Heavenly, which now I will say Simone had me crying in her confessional because she said Mariah actually apologizing. That shit don't, and admitting that she was wrong, that shit don't ever happen. Which I was like, true. You right. And then they had it, like I said, it was really dry. The only other real big thing that happened was they had Toya gave Heavenly another shot at the couples therapy or whatever the fuck, but they did it this time where they let the couples ask Heavenly things about her and Damon's marriage, and nothing was really juicy except but when Quad asked Heavenly, did you trap Damon? And again, bravo, they rolled the clip back of when they was at the reunion last season, and Andy alluded to Heavenly trapping dead. And she didn't disagree. She didn't agree, but she didn't disagree. And Damon asked, God bless Damon. God, as much as I can't stand Heavenly, and as much as Damon looked like he read with his thumb and he ain't got that many clothes, I do like Damon. I do.
Yeah.
But God bless him. He was like, he got that damn microphone from Quad quick. He was like, my wife did not trap me. I knew that Heavenly was the woman I wanted to be with, and we had a beautiful son. When we had him, that was her, and I'm going to continue being with her for the rest of my life. I was like, damn man, I like you, and God bless you. You are the devoted husband. I say that, but I'd be damned if you don't put up with hell all goddamn day. Cause can't nobody put up with Heavenly other than Damon. I will say that. I'll give him that. He loved the fuck out of Heavenly. I don't know why he loved the fuck out of Heavenly, but he loved the fuck out of Heavenly.
Cause Daddy like when I put it in my mouth.
Yo, with everybody's face when she said that shit.
Daddy likes for me to put it in my mouth. I was like, okay, that's gross.
Yeah. Like if this was kind of contested, I'd be like, ooh.
Yeah, I'd be like,
right, but it's like don't nobody want to think about two bullfrogs fucking. Like I mean,
oh my God, that remind me, what was that one episode? What did you say? Warthogs.
Talking about and that's when I started going by nigga mort, because your ass called me nigga mort.
Yeah, you was like, don't nobody want to see two warthogs fucking.
Yeah. Well, no, I was talking. Cause remember we were talking about that sex tape that Don had, and we was like, we don't want to see that shit with Ashley, and that's when I said because we don't want to see her sucking dick looking like a warthog.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in fairness, I didn't lie. In fairness.
No, it's still true.
Yeah, because Ashley definitely looked like she fucked dry. She looked like she don't even know what to do with a dick.
Yeah, she do.
Well, let me not blame her. Because I was finna say that's why Don keep cheating, but he just gonna do that anyway, because that's just how he is. He ain't really got shit to do with Ashley.
Yeah, none at all.
Yeah.
He just cheat because the sky blue.
Yeah. Don is actually cheat in Swahili. But moving on. But yeah, that's pretty much all that really happened for Married to Medicine. Like I said, it was real dry.
Yeah, Andy and Bravo, y'all playing in our face.
Y'all really playing in our face. Listen, you can't have two cheating scandals back to back in the season, and specifically you can't do a quad because everybody one, everybody, well, not everybody, but most of the cast got issue with Quad for the most part. And then two, don't nobody have no shit going on. I mean, Contessa and Scott do, but they shit resolved and they ain't annoying.
Yeah.
Everybody else is annoying as fuck. So, Andy Bravo, y'all playing in our face, and we don't appreciate that shit. And the girl, fuck you.
Yep.
Speaking of fuck yous, moving right along. Real House Wigs of Atlanta, as Curtis says. Also a very dry episode.
Porsha has a man. We get it. Okay. That is literally my biggest note for this episode. Porsha has a man. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need to see them sharing a toothbrush. We don't need to see them kissing when they first wake up in the morning. We get it. She has a boyfriend. She's currently pregnant. I think they're engaged.
Yeah, it's like Porsha has a man. Riveting. Groundbreaking. It's like they're trying to, me and Candace will talk about this pregame. It's like they're trying to, because we already know, like in real time, that, like you said, that she pregnant and they're engaged. But it's almost like watching this season, they're going to try to like validate, like, hey guys, here's their relationship, and this is why it's important. Because it's like we didn't need to see them having a goddamn argument, and especially a stupid ass argument about a damn club or some shit. Like what? Huh? What? Who? What?
Yeah. What? We literally do not care.
We do not care. We do not care. The only thing we care about is, because I mean, as stupid as Porsha is, she is nice to look at. We care about that, but we don't care about her and this nigga. And also,
like, that's my
yeah. And also that again, and we were talking about this pregame. Their personalities don't match at all. Like Porsha is dumb, but she's bubbly. She's all over the place. She's fun. You know, yada yada. And her nigga is just awkward as fuck. He reminds me of the he reminds me of them nerdy niggas that don't do nothing but work and then go home and play video games and don't know how to interact with anybody like in the outside world. Yeah, that's what her nigga remind me of.
No, but you know what? I will give him the benefit of the doubt, because some people just are not cut for reality TV.
Fair. Very fair.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about him. Like, he may have a much more charismatic personality privately, like off the cameras and shit. Yeah. Like, it just may not come across, and it could be the editing and other shit. But so I will say, like, he gotta have a little bit of charisma just because of the business he's in. Like, he got all these businesses. I think he owned a couple bars or nightclubs in Atlanta or something. So yeah, he has to be a social person, but it's probably social when it's not a camera shoved in your face and trying to get your personal business. Like, yeah. I guarantee you he did this solely for Porsha because he don't want to stop her bag, but he don't look like he cared to be on the show.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I think that's fair. Cause you're right, cause you know you did your you did your journalistic investigations and all his stuff check out, and to do that you have to have some kind of social acumen. So you're right, but I agree. It might, in fairness to him, he might not just be a on the camera type of nigga. Cause that's fair. That's very fair.
And he do look like a booger. So
He do. He look like. Like if you put glasses on like some fondue, it would be him. Like he just Well, good luck. Mm-hmm. I can't say suffer because he ain't done nothing crazy for me to say suffer, but the season is still young. Yeah. But the girls came down. Portia invited everybody. They was Eva looked great as usual. Cynthia looked great, but you know she's still a dummy. Marlo, mm. Marlo.
I
So
feel like people give Marlo a lot that she don't deserve.
so
Like
so friends, let's have a conversation about Marlo.
she's literally a 50-year-old scammer.
She she is a 50-year-old scammer who dresses like she got rejected for the for Earth, Wind, and Fire festival. Yes, I said a festival. Like she dresses like
She dressed like a bitch who's not used to having money. She went through
and
every label, every brand, every this, every that, A, B, C, D, E, F.
still be
Like,
looking trash.
bitch, we get it. We know you cracked all those cars to go shopping in Saks.
And
You
still
still
be
look
looking
the
trash.
fuck stupid. You still look a mess.
How you
You
get
are
all how you get all the top
way,
brands and you still be looking trash?
bro, you way too much. You way too fucking old to be dressed like a bitch who just got her first LV bag.
You know what she dressed like? She dressed like those women who be
Bitch, you
who
dress how I want to dress if I come into some new money. You old, bitch.
you know
You
how
old.
Marlo dresses like those women who be barefoot in the club. That's how she dressed. Like
Mm.
when they hear they song, like when like no hands come on and they take their shoes off the twerk, but they don't put them back on. That's what Marlo dressed like. Too far?
Mm. Mm. No, but still.
What? You know what? Fair, fair. But Marlo,
You old and trash and sound like you've been smoking since you was born.
yo, she smells.
Bitch, bitch sound
she's
like what I imagine a smoker's lung look like.
she sm- she
How does
sound
he
like
stink?
she sound like if you put parsley on some crack.
Mm. A dab of parsley.
A dab of a line of parsley. Mm, mm. Well, you know, yeah. But they came down and put again. Also, Marlo, like she just Marlo one of the people that just like and like I get it. This is her role on the show now, especially that Kim Zolciak ain't there and Sheree ain't there no more, and Kenya ain't there. Like she's the person that just starts mess, and especially because you know Nene don't do it no more. Like she the person that starts mess. We get it, but it's just like if you're gonna start mess, at least make mess like under excuse me understandable. Cause what nothing wrong with that goddamn room, Marlo? Like it ain't that damn deep. Soon as you get there, you calling the goddamn management. Can I have a better room? This is girl. What? You ain't even put your luggage down yet. You talking about the room is unsuitable? Like what are you? What? Huh?
Annoying ass bitch.
You annoying. You a scammer. You dress like. Mm, I just like what? Like that's the other thing. Like well. Mm, let me think about this because I was about to say they could have kept Kenya, but I don't think Kenya was gonna do the shit them damn way. Like, if you was gonna make Marlo full time, like you could have kept. Well, no, you couldn't keep. Fuck, we just stuck with Marlo. Then. God damn it! 'Cause I was about to say either Sheree, but she. You know what? Since because we ain't addressed this on the show, I don't believe. Sheree,
Mm.
Sheree,
Mm-hmm.
Sambo, Sheree, she by Sambo.
Spring fall line.
Sprint. Listen, I in all my days, in all my 27 years living on this here earth. I ain't never seen no shit more pathetic than Sheree releasing that goddamn promo video for She by Sheree and her ass up here with some goddamn graphic tees having her children model in her house that done took 87 years to build in the basement. Listen, listen. If I see and one of y'all out here in a goddamn shirt that say joggers, what Candace it was? She had a damn shirt that said joggers, black love or black something, black lives, some shit. And then, and the killer was she made this damn video. Then you go to her website, ain't no way you can pay for the shit. Ain't no way you can pay for the shit. Ain't no way you can order the shit. Ain't no sizes. Sheree.
That's because the shit never coming out. She just wanted to prove a point to the girls on the show last season when they dragged her ass for that failed fashion line. But she literally is not about to put anything out. And like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But nothing that she's doing alludes to her really releasing these clothes. So.
And if she do release some and you buy them, you a goddamn bozo because you can go to the Goodwill and get some sweatpants for like $5.
I mean, you could buy well-designed joggers from Nike.
So, thank you. And you can catch them on sale, get them for like $24.99.
You could get some tech fleece from Nike, child. But
yep, right. Can you just imagine? Can you just imagine?
I can't. So I'm just gonna stop there. I can't. No, I can't. Not even a little bit. I got nothing. Absolutely nothing.
You said fuck that frame?
No. I'm not even joking.
Ooh, you got to be a special individual. Anyway, let's move on.
You got some Sheree joggers. I hope you go to hell.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Just go straight to hell.
Just go to hell where you belong.
Suffer.
With the rest of the dummies in life.
Speaking of dummies, so the head dummy in charge, she called all the girls and they support Nene, which first of all, I have to say, I really ain't got too much for Nene because she is putting on a brave face for the cameras. Well, at least while they were filming, knowing that Greg is battling cancer, and she not annoying, so I really ain't got nothing bad to say about Nene because she putting together a hell of a lot better than I would be. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I don't have nothing for I don't have anything bad to say about Nene. I just am, still wishing Greg the best recovery possible. And
yeah, and you know what, her stand-up wasn't that bad. It didn't make me cackle. It didn't make me like cry, laugh, but it wasn't.
I was just
bad.
like she got one of those out of me.
Yeah.
That was it. So I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, because we know what happened last time, and I was
Ay caramba. You
get on my nerves so bad.
Don't pay me no attention. Y'all don't pay me no attention. Y'all know I'll just be clowning.
But you know what? I'll attribute that to like she is.
It seems like she's learning her way around stand up a little bit more. Compared to that last blooper she had. So I'm with Lanithia Leaks here.
Yeah. And also
it wasn't gut busting, but it was like, okay.
Yeah.
Like it got me, and she got a little LOL, even though you didn't actually laugh out loud.
Yeah.
An internal LOL.
Yeah, and also it's probably one of them things where she's as difficult as it is, she's internalizing her pain and having the outlet with comedy. So, like something that she probably should have did the first time, and it would have been a hell of a lot better. But in fairness, she didn't like nobody expected like Red to be diagnosed with cancer, so you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, like I didn't. It's one of the things where, like you said, like I put LOL, but I didn't LOL, but internally I did chuckle. So you know, I'm, you know, cook Nene, cook is what I'm trying to say. I did not dislike it. It was okay.
Yeah, yeah. That's
And then they have a powwow, and everybody is. You know, it was interesting. They kind of grilled Portia, but not really grilled her because they know how she is. Because they was like, and Eva Cannon was like, you shouldn't be so much in a rush to be with somebody. And they was kind of like, are you sure you know, this the one? Because this is what you said last time. This was said about Cordell. And ooh, child, ooh, 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 ooh. So, you know, it was kind of a sisterly wig tug, but they also didn't kind of pry too much into her because
again, the previews made me think they was gonna really be laying into her, and they didn't.
Yeah, they yeah. It was kind of just.
I have no problem with how they carried on.
Yeah, it was just kind of a like, you know, it's kind of like we happy for you, girl, but just be careful, just a tinch, just a tinch, like the old folks say, just a tinch.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But I mean, we know it didn't work because she engaged to the nigga in real life. So you know what? Whatever. But
like you said, Portia has a man.
Yeah. Okay. We get it, Bravo. We get it, Andy. She has a man.
Okay.
We get it.
Thank you.
We don't need to be. Listen, let me tell you something. I ain't never been in love with somebody that much once sharing their goddamn toothbrush. Listen, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. A toothbrush way too goddamn cheap to share one. Matter of fact, if you forget your toothbrush at a hotel, they'll give you a complimentary toothbrush.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, a lot of major hotels is by Walmart. You could have sent one of the assistants from the show out to get that man a toothbrush. Y'all doing too fucking much, and that's why I said, okay, Portia has a man. We get it.
Right.
That's exactly why I said that, and I'm sorry if it comes across rude, but shit like that, it's like,
hell, they rude for showing us them sharing a goddamn toothbrush. Shit.
Yeah, basically, I was just like, okay, so nobody could not a soul was willing to go get Mr. Magoo a toothbrush.
The Mr. Yo, you know he looks like
Who?
He looks like Banjo Kazooie. Like, you know what, it fits because Portia was looking like Kazooie with that goddamn red.
Daddy liked the red. Like, oh my God, give us a break.
Right. Like, first of all, this is gonna be so damn wrong, but y'all know I ain't shit, so it's fine. Listen, I know calling a man daddy is some women's thing and some men's thing, and I get it. And listen, that's no shade. I get it. We all have our vices.
Can't you keep it in the house?
Well, I wasn't even gonna say that. I was gonna say, don't nothing about that nigga look like daddy. Not a goddamn thing. Like, I imagine, like, if you want to call any man daddy, I would figure it would be somebody fine, like Idris Elba or some shit like that. Like, not no goddamn Huggy Bear. Cause that's what a nigga look like. The nigga look like Huggy Bear.
He is. I'm not, and he might float Portia's boat, and I'm not gonna take that from her. But
fair.
Same thing with Heavenly. Like, y'all don't make calling a man daddy sound sexy at all.
At all.
It's kind of cringy.
Yeah.
Hey, daddy. Like, y'all sound ridiculous. And daddy said.
This impersonation.
Daddy said he liked this red hair.
Yo, and then it's even worse with Portia because, like, Heavenly a bird, but she don't have the voice of a bird. Portia is a bird and has the voice of a bird, so it's doubly annoying.
Yeah, it is.
Like, girl, shut up. Shit.
Daddy likes this red hair. Don't you, Daddy? Shut the fuck up.
Look, what you say? Like,
no.
Look, soon as she get the dash symbol, like you like,
Exactly. And then no. Put that down.
Ooh. Oh, we'll know some friends. All right, so but yeah, that's it for Real House Week. Can I say this
before we go?
Go ahead.
Cynthia, I still ain't forgive you, bitch, for putting grapes in that wine. And I'm never gonna forgive you. And I mean it. And bitch, for as long as we talk about Housewives of Atlanta, I'm bringing it up every fucking episode that you put those unwashed green grapes in that goddamn glass of Moscato. Fuck you, Cynthia. No.
Oh man, Cynthia really thought she was doing something, boy.
She really thought she was a class act bitch. I'm never letting that go. I should have called the police on you, bitch.
You gonna keep that grudge forever.
Forever. Speaking of, and shout out to Cardi B and that little sexy flexy Fashion Nova line she dropped that sold out in 4 hours. I'm waiting on pieces to restock this week, bitch. You did that. Just wanted to, get that out there.
She did.
That shit, that line was something. I thought it was gonna be a lot of haute couture, but it was a lot of pieces that a motherfucker could wear to work.
Yes, I did see it sold out, and I was like, listen, shout out to Cardi. I guess that's what payola does. It pays your checks. Yeah. Something that we might not be able to say for somebody else, but we ain't gonna get into that on this show.
Well, she uses a little payola too, because she got Complex talking about she the third greatest rapper of this decade. So over J. Cole and Kendrick.
All I have to say is Mrs. Like Sippy. So
Laura Bancroft.
Look, anyway, don't get my blood pressure up. But but yeah, that's it for Real House Weeks.
Let's go. We gonna scoot on over to Black Ink now. I know we said that we were done with Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, but the reunion was filled with mess.
Which I have to say, Mona girl, fuck you, because how you give us? Because me and Curtis completely check out. I think Candace was watching it on and off.
I still was watching, even though when we decided not to discuss it on the show no more. But I knew the reunion had to be something special because the season was dry. Even if the season finale was so dry, I didn't even know that was the season finale until it went off. And then the preview was like on the first part of the Love and Hip Hop Hollywood reunion. I was like, whoa.
So listen, I gotta say, Mona girl, fuck you, because how you give us a dry ass season, then you get to the goddamn reunion to give us mess, girl, Mona girl, what? But you know what? We'll get there. But yeah. So Black Ink crew.
I'm gonna start it off with.
Go ahead.
You cannot tell somebody that they can't go and start a business that is in no form or fashion a conflict of interest to yours.
Correct.
We ever so often give C's his rose petals. But
it's a half a petal, because we'll give C's a petal and then the next week he'll come back and do some stupid shit. So we temper it, but yes.
This week, C's, you was being a bitch ass nigga.
Correct.
Sky wanting to open a boutique makes absolute sense to me. Her wanting to open it in Miami makes absolute sense to me, based on how she dresses. She dressed like a bitch who lives in Miami.
She really does. You know what Sky dressed like all her life? She grew up on Trina music.
She do. Sky got that new body. She got a new sense of style. It only makes sense to me that she would take this current fame that she has and start something for herself that is
Correct.
all hers. Black Ink does not belong to Sky. I don't even think Sky has any invested interest or money in Black Ink. She gets paid as Caesar's manager or whatever other title she may have, but that's not her shit.
Right.
Not her shop. Don't own it. Don't get whatever profit sees turns off Black Ink goes into his pocket. He pays his employees. He turns it probably cool. You can't tell her she can't open a boutique. You cannot stop other people on that show from taking opportunities that benefit them. Because in my eyes, that is one of the greatest things about ending up on a Black Ink or a Love and Hip Hop or Real Housewives or whatever the fuck. You get opportunities from the opportunity. Because we talked about that with Chicago and how everybody was mad at Ryan for branching out. And we was like, why the fuck aren't y'all branching out?
Right. And I mean,
Why?
we just talked about one of the greatest opportunities that we've seen somebody take from Love and Hip Hop. Look at Cardi.
Look at Cardi.
So I agree. Like, C's was being a hater, but it's like we said last week when we ended our show. When we was talking about Caesar's loyalty, which, like I said, and I think I said this last week. Like, C's, he, excuse me, he loyalty flows for C's one way. And I know we skipping ahead a little bit,
He
and
is a no. I mean, we could get into it. He's a me ass nigga.
he really
Be there
is.
for me.
Cause
Ride for
even
me.
cause
Hope for
even when
me.
they because even then when they had that argument, Sky brought up he brought up how he fucked up his relationship with Puma over Dutch's ass.
Yeah.
So she, you know what I'm saying? So like he is like, you loyal to me, but I might be loyal to you. That's what loyalty is to Caesar. And that's why even though we dragged Donna last week, and rightfully so, she had a smidgen of a point when she was like, C's is conditional with his loyalty, which he is.
He is, and she just don't count because she's a dumb bitch. But
Correct.
when it
Correct.
when it comes to like Teddy, when it comes to Sky, when it came to Puma, he gave oh shit a lot that oh shit didn't deserve. But even with oh shit, like you, well minus oh shit, but these people always rode for you. Sky ain't never turned her back on C's. He done
Ever.
talked to Teddy like dog shit before. Teddy ain't never turned his back on C's. You
Right.
know, he just always doing the most with people who really been there from the beginning. And
I mean, I'll even take it a step further. And I mean, I know she's relatively new, but shit, even the way he talked to Kitty, like, I mean, Kitty, you know, sometimes she be a bozo in her own right, but I mean, shit, just look at the shit that she's done, like, as the brand ambassador, and not even just the brand ambassador shit. Like, when they was in New Orleans, you know, Tati's supposed to be the damn shop manager. She wasn't doing shit but running behind Teddy ass and shit. Kitty was training the new employees, getting a new shop together, and all that shit. And then look how he talked to her last week, and I mean, I know they made up this week, but still, just even look at how he did Kitty, and even considering their history. So, like, C's is, you know, like you said, he a me ass nigga when it comes to loyalty and stuff with certain people, you know. But still,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
because it made no sense for him to be that upset. Because even Scott said, it's like, nigga, I ain't leaving Black Ink. I can do both, and there's nothing proven to the contrary that she can't do both.
Nothing at all. I didn't see the big deal for how he was acting, except for he was jealous. I felt like maybe he was jealous that somebody had something, somebody's about to own something other than him. Like everybody else is workers. He the boss. Everybody else been workers. Now she about to be the boss of something, and he in his feelings. And she called him a hater. She's like, you acting like a fucking hater right now.
And he was. She was absolutely correct. Also, I'll take it a step further. I think it was jealousy, but I also think it was controlling. I
Yeah.
feel like Caesar the type of nigga where he wants to, because he takes that boss shit so strictly, and which, I mean, in fairness, he is allowed to because he is the boss, but at the same time, it's like, my nigga, Like if you the boss, but Sky is like maybe your number 2 or number 3, depending. Well, now she number 2 and Teddy number 3. She can do both. Like you sent her to Atlanta to manage the shop. Now, in fairness, she didn't do shit. Well, no, I'll take that back. She did shit while she was in Atlanta, but she was also kind of, being Sky, but still. So, you know what I mean? Like she has the capability to, if you didn't think she was able to do multiple things, you wouldn't have sent her to Atlanta to be the manager of the Atlanta shop. But it feasibly makes no sense for you to be so against the idea. Like if she said, fuck Black Ink, I ain't doing this shit no more, fuck it all, then okay, cool. But she literally said, I'm going to do Black Ink, and I'm also going to start this business. I can do both. I'm a person with a brain. I can multitask. It's not stopping your coin, and she getting her own coin outside of you. What is the matter with that unless you just want her to be under you so you can control her like you control everything else?
Right.
So Siege, you get a fuck you for that, because that you was being a hater ass, head ass, bitch ass nigga. Because it ain't make no sense for you to be that goddamn mad.
I also want to point out, because I've been doing some journalistic research. A lot of the artists in that shop are not at Black Ink full time. Only when the show is taping. Well, because Mel is co-owner of a shop called House of Monkey Tattoo in Brooklyn. And maybe her and Lalo are still together. I mean, since I'm on it, because it looked like they had broke up, but now they back together.
Well, since we here, since we pulled up, I mean, who else is gonna deal with Lalo other than Melody, and who gonna put up with Melody other than Lalo? I mean, they might as well have stayed together, shit. Because who else gonna deal with the other?
So they got a shop together. The House of Monkey Tattoos is their shop together. And
which jumping ahead a little bit would make sense, because in the preview, we're gonna double back, but in the preview from next week, well, not next week, I think. Can you say they're taking this week off, Candace?
Yeah.
So next week, it does look like, based on the preview, that Melody said that she needs to leave Black Ink. So it would make sense if they stay together and open up a shop together. That would make sense.
Yeah, because now I'm looking. Young Bay has her own tattoo shop. It's called Diamond Tattoos.
That makes sense.
So I'm not shocked.
Yeah.
That also that her baby got a big ass head like a Asian person.
You know what? That's
baby head big than a motherfucker.
Well, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna wish blessings upon that child, because maybe that child will grow up and have more sense than the mama and the dad. So
we can only hope.
But
the baby cute.
Yeah, he just got a big head. But that's that's fine. That's fine. He got it on. The baby got it on us, because Young Bay is not ugly by any means, and the nigga, he ain't got no manners, but he's not bad looking. So
No, the baby looked just like him, but with some chinky eyes. Sorry if that's racist.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, we're picking up what you're putting on. It's fine.
But yeah.
But I agree. Doubling back, I think that's all that is. Like, C's I agree with you, jealous, but also probably a bit controlling too.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of controlling, and speaking of C's, so Alex arranged for C's and Donna to have a much calmer face-to-face and talk, and long story short, C's let Donna back in and gave her job back, but was like, don't you challenge my authority no more. And yeah, I guess, I don't know. I will say this though. I will say this. And I know we rightfully say that Caesar's the boss and this, that, and the third. But I will say this though. I will say this. As much as he is the boss and he does have a right, I don't know, and I'm just speaking for myself. I don't know if I would be so keen as to how C's talk to people, because like in that scene when Adams was like, he was so respectful, he was so calm, he was like, I think y'all should just talk it out, y'all have history and smooth it out. And C's ass was like, I don't give a fuck what you think I should do. And I was like, I mean, fair, but watch your tone, nigga. Like, watch your tone. Like, I mean, like, it's one thing if like I'm coming at you disrespectful, like how Donna was initially. But nigga, if I'm coming to you like a calm individual, I don't know if I'm gonna be too keen for you showing me your ass to kiss. I don't give a damn even if you is the boss. Like, nigga, like you look at you little head motherfucker. Like, come on now, wait.
Yeah.
You doing a little bit too much for these damn cameras now. Hold on. Like, if I start with you, like if I go full Erica Miller, like I get it. But nigga, if I'm coming to you in peace and you coming to me at war, like we might have a little bit of problem here now.
If you want to funk, I'm with you.
Like, right, and you know Alice can probably fight because his dad was beating on his ass, so you know he can fight.
That's enough.
Listen, I had to. Listen, I had to represent for our friend, Mr. 57%.
He was so annoying.
But they made up or whatever. Which I mean, that was, you know what? I wasn't too mad at Donna's wig for changing that scene because I mean it was some blue shit, but and maybe it's like the outfit that she had on, like it really meshed. I wasn't like, because usually when Donna come on screen, she be having the wigs. I'd be like, ooh.
Yeah.
But I wasn't too upset at that wig. As a matter of fact, I wasn't too upset at Donna's wigs this whole episode, to be honest. Now her friend, on the other hand, but we'll get there. We'll get there. But yeah, I wasn't too annoyed about Donna's wigs, and she having her job back or whatever. So yeah, I guess. Which I mean, Donna, it shouldn't even came to that because you were stupid as fuck for even taking up that cross the bell for Jada ass any goddamn way. You were dumb as fuck, but you know what? You don't make good decisions anyway, so
Yeah.
So speaking of Jada. So well, hold on. I'll skip ahead a little bit. So Donna, in an attempt to make peace with Toki, they make up and they start off on a clean slate or whatever, and they decide to throw a bachelor party or a girls party to like break in Toki or whatever, and they have this party and invite everybody, including Jada, but I'll get to that in a minute. And they have strippers, and Toki goddamn Toki had me screaming because the look on her face, Toki. Please don't take this the wrong way, y'all. Please. But the way Toki looked at those strippers, it looked like the way she looked let me know that she ain't really used to dick. I'm not, and listen, it ain't got nothing to do with her size. It ain't got nothing to do with her look. It just looked like the way Toki looked at them damn strippers, she had the look of somebody that just wasn't used to dick or used to that much dick. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
So you picked it up too, friend. Okay, I'm not alone. Okay.
So what I gather from Toki is that she doesn't have a lot of sexual or relationship experience. And the one time she had a relationship, the guy was abusive.
Yeah. I feel like, you know what? That's a good point because I feel like Black Ink is kind of Toki's outlet, if that makes sense. Like like the person that she probably was going to be is who we see on Black Ink, but because of what happened to her, she suppressed it, and Black Ink is her chance to like be herself, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like off the cameras, I feel like she's very, I don't want to say confined, but she's more reserved than she is when she is on camera. Because I feel like the real life shit impacts her more when the camera's off, and when the camera's on, she can like release. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, when when you saw when that first damn stripper walked in and like her face lit up, I was like, Toki. I was like, if anybody, Toki looked like the type where like when the stripper come, like after they perform and stuff, she tipped them a little extra and whisper in their ear like, we can go to the back.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, but well, speaking of coming in the back, so
hey, hey, that's a hell of a segue.
Segway Jones. Oh, so speaking of popping up, so so Donna and her infinite. You know what? I was gonna say infinite dumb bitch, but you know what? I can't necessarily fault her because the last time everybody was in the same room at the same time, it was rather peaceful. So she decided to invite Jada. And Jada came in with wig and them wigs, child. Them wigs. You looking like something, y'all. Like it, like if Sonic the Hedgehog went to a HBCU, it would be Jada. Ugly gowns. No, ugly wig. But anyway, so she come there. You know, everybody is at peace. Ain't no drinks or hands flying yet. But so Kitty spills the beans to Jada, and for whatever reason, that Tati and Teddy are a thing. Which,
first off, it wasn't Jada's business. Jada and
correct.
Teddy are not a thing, and I need for everyone to stop trying to force Jada on everyone else.
Yeah. Because I mean, their arc has, I mean, honestly, ended last season. Like they messed around. Teddy, in typical nigga fashion, was fucking her, but kind of vague on what they really was, and had her kind of out here looking stupid. And in typical bird fashion, she was looking even more the fuck stupid when she beat Tati's ass, and that really should have been. And then in typical nigga fashion, Teddy gaslit her when they had that confrontation last season, and that should have been really the end of it. He moved on, she moved on. It should have been it, but here we are, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Kitty, which also I was like, Kitty, girl, what? Why would you even? But anyway, I mean, it's Kitty. I mean, sometimes I like Kitty, but she a bozo, so you know, whatever. And so Jada, Jada starts to put 1 and 3 together, because I'm not gonna say 2 or 2. She starts to put 1 and 3 together. I know, friend. I know. I ain't shit. Living through it. She starts to put 1 and 3 together. That the reason that Teddy fired.
You get on my fucking nerves.
I love you too, friend. I love you too.
Bitch tried to put 1 times 4 together. Bitch came up empty.
Jada be like, so 0 divided by 0 is 5. Anyway, so So she does math in her head with a broken calculator that the reason that Teddy fired her is because him and Tati is fucking. Which
it may be some truth to it.
Yeah. Because
However,
go ahead.
Bitch, enough is enough with you being weird. Like
Yeah. It's like because even was it Kitty said it in the confessional. It's like, girl, move on. Because it's like, okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So yes,
All right.
okay. It
Okay.
is true that Teddy fired you for no reason. That is true because I honestly believe, even though we have, successfully dragged Jada for her role in the whole shit, we have to be honest in that if Teddy had not came over and tried to be Captain Save-Ho when they was in New Orleans, her and Tati probably would have did the shit because that was her intentions in the first place. And Tati was receptive to that until Teddy came over there and puffed out his little chest. So that is truth in that he did fire you for no reason. However, Jada, when a nigga show you his card, and me and Candace were just talking about this pregame with something else, but when a nigga shows you who they are, move on. Like Teddy is can't keep his dick in his pants, little bitch ass nigga, and he he fired you for no reason. That is true. Okay, take that, move on, and tell him to suffer. Like, you keep bringing yourself around and bringing this shit back up, it only makes you look the fuck worse.
Yeah,
like
makes you look
that.
Goofy.
It makes you look goofy. Like, you being goofy over goofy makes you look goofier. Like, Jada, enough. Like, and I honestly did not think she was lying when she told Tati, like, oh, you with Teddy now? Well, good luck, because the next bitch that come along, you might be the next one on the chopping block. I did think she wasn't wrong for saying that because we've seen how Teddy do. But it's just, baby, if nothing else but for yourself, move on. Let it go. Let her suffer with him.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Let
it go. You gotta sing it in Boys and Men, Let It Snow.
Right.
Because it's like, how much more?
Right. How much more? Like, you, at this point, there's nothing you can say that is going to make Teddy see that the way he has moved was in whole nigga tendencies, because that's always how Teddy moved, because that's just how he is. Like, you can't shame a nigga with no shame. And Teddy don't have no shame.
Yeah.
You can't shame nobody. You can't shame a bird that has no shame, because that's what Tati is. She want Teddy.
Yeah.
She want Teddy, and she did change her tune on you when he came around. But I mean, that's how white Latinas, or however she identified, that's how she move. That's how they move. I mean, shit. Look who elected Trump. I mean, that, you see how they do. That's how they move. You got to take that and move on, beloved.
Listen. You is giving a sermon right now. Take that shit, pack it up, and go. Okay?
Yes.
There's plenty niggas out here that could do whatever Teddy was doing to you. Like, you could get the same good dick somewhere else without being disrespected. What we here?
Come on, Fred. Let's go.
What we here? That's what
Let's
I want to
go.
talk about. Y'all, we got to stop sticking with no good ass niggas when we could go get the same good dick from a nigga that know how to act. I ain't never had. I ain't never had sex so good that I want to be mistreated to get it. And I just it's time. It's time, friends. It's time, ladies. We can have more. We can have more. We deserve more. We can have better. We worth more. She done did all of this for a nigga who ain't never treated nobody he fucked on the show right. Ain't that confusion? I have confusion. Teddy has never treated a woman he fucked on that show good. Not Scott,
Wow.
not Donna, because he fucked Donna. Not nobody. So it's like, if that's how he want to operate, leave that with Tati, baby. Leave that with him. Oh,
The doors of the church are now open.
Friends, I'm sorry.
Won't you come? Won't you come? But yes, absolutely correct. Listen, let Tati suffer. She gonna suffer because again, Teddy does this with everybody. He literally does. I'm surprised he ain't hollered at Toki yet. I'm surprised he ain't hollered at Toki yet. Like, it's let Jada. Jada, if you ever happen to come across this podcast, listen, let Tati and Teddy suffer. Move on by Joe. You a whole ass pregnant. You got more shit to worry about than who Teddy fucking at this juncture in your life. Like, you got bigger issues to worry about, beloved.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, When we say all that to say, when we say all that, because Guy Fawkes, Tati Fox, shout out to Curtis. Tati got fed up because Jada. Now I have to say, it was petty and she was wrong, Jada, and most of what she said to Tati, like, oh y'all fucking now. However, I could only say so much because remember, Tati did the same thing to Jada when she showed up in New Orleans talking about, Jada, who you fucking in the shop? So I needs to know. So I was like, I mean, I ain't saying it's right, but you reap what you sow, bitch. Like, when you do clownery. So Jada, does her typical bird thing, like saying, I mean, good luck, sis. I mean, he gon', and God bless her. She was trying. She was like, I just find it, you know what Jada turned in? She was like, I just find it funny how I get fired when you and Teddy start fucking around, and I am convinced that you put a bug in Teddy's ear to fire me. And I was like, excuse me. I was like, that's why I said, like, she was kind of right, but she was kind of wrong, because Tati didn't put a bug in Teddy's ear, but at the same time, she didn't not go along with it either.
She didn't correct the shit.
Yeah, she was like, you know what Tati was? Tati was like, as long as I'm getting dick, I'm gonna stay out of it, even though this is wrong.
Yeah,
that's what Tati was. So Jada, even though she was wrong somewhat, she kind of pulled Tati whole card a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, she did.
And Tati get outrageous, and she want to fight her, and she jump across the table and say that you got fired because you a whack bitch. And I'm just like, well, I mean, you fucking a whack nigga, so it's kind of like, hey, you know what? Hey, I ain't even gonna lie. As bird as Jada was, she was kind of reading the fuck out of Tati, and I don't think about it.
Yeah, she was.
Because she was like, Jada, I ain't get you fired. You got fired because you a whack bitch and you don't do nothing. And I'm like, well, Tati, you kind of don't do nothing either. So I'm like, ooh, this self-drag. this self-drag. So you know what? I gotta change my position just a little bit now that I'm thinking about it. Jada kind of read the fuck out of Tati. She really did. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Jada wasn't wrong. Jada was just wrong for not having decorum about time and place, and then fucking up people's property. I always feel a way about that property shit.
Yeah.
I always feel a way about that. I never really cared for fucking up people's property.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's kind of where I was at with that.
Yeah, but of course they don't fight and they escort, everybody out. But Tati was like a little Tasmanian devil, like she would hop across the table, the pool table, and everything. I was like, okay. I mean, you kind of didn't have this energy the first time that this happened, but you know what? Go off. Yeah. So speaking of energy. Melody and that man. Mm.
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 First of all, that wig, Melody, that wig. Mm. Melody must have been listening to the episode to the show when we clowned her for that damn forest fire that she called a hair a hair piece on her head.
Mm-hmm.
Cause these wigs, I mean, I ain't saying they good, but she trying. I'll give her that. She been trying these past few episodes. She been trying. I'll give her that. But yeah. So what's the man name? What's the white man name? Lalo?
Lalo.
Yeah. So Lalo basically was like, girl, I ain't happy. Girl, fuck you. That's Melody was like, I would do whatever it takes to make it work. And he was like, girl, fuck you. But again, because our resident journalist, Candace, did her investigative discoveries. In real time, in real life, it seems like they still together and have opened the shop together.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe we're gonna see the deterioration of their relationship and then the reformation of their relationship to catch up to the
Yeah.
real time. That's what it's looking
Yeah.
like. But
I hope.
good luck. That's all I got. Cause that white man was like, look, at the end of the day, whenever somebody say at the end of the day, they serious.
Yeah.
That nigga said
They
at
real
the end.
serious.
That nigga said at the end of the day, I'm not happy, and hell, you ain't happy either. I was like, ooh. Well, good luck. Good luck. You know what? In all fairness, though, I know we dragged him last week, and rightfully so, because he still come off as controlling the shit. Melody, honestly, she really do need to leave that shop, and it looks like she might, because he was not wrong in when he said that they do way more partying than they do tattoos. And I know, we said last week you can do that when Big Fish is, paying your checks, which is true. But the counterpoint to that is Black Ink Chicago. Like, they getting, Big Fish checks too, but shoot, they be doing way more tattoos and shit than the niggas on the regular Black Ink do. So hey, just because you getting Big Fish checks, that don't mean you just don't do your craft. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No,
Good.
I completely agree.
Yeah. So, but good luck. Talk space is available. Therapy is a motherfucker, like counseling. So I guess they still together. So we'll see. But oof. And the last thing I think was, speaking of property, so C's and Teddy and Walt went to go look at some paint, I guess, for the shop and shit, some art for the shop. And C's invited Kitty, and he apologized for how he was talking to her. And I must say, Kitty was looking real good in that scene. I must admit.
She's a pretty woman. I'm not taking that from her.
Yeah, she's real pretty. She just got bird tendencies, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine. That's that's fine.
It
So
happens to the best of us.
yeah, players fuck up. Birds fly south. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, that's fine.
But
birds fly south.
I know. I get on my own nerves too. It's fine. But yeah, C's apologized to her, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they hear, Teddy, bring your bitch ass outside. And everybody was like, whoa. And lo and behold, it's Jada outside wearing whatever India.Arie threw away out of her closet. And and she is yelling for Teddy to come outside because they have things to discuss. And no, she painted that nigga car Yellow, speaking of birds, she said she painted it yellow because all Teddy is a bird, and I was like, you're not wrong, but you still look the fuck stupid. But I appreciate the commitment to the level of petty. I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
But yeah, she painted that nigga car, and she was like, and Teddy was just looking so confused. He was like, "What the fuck is this? Why this bitch keep popping up every goddamn?"
Hey, that was the best part.
Yes, the look on his face, like he couldn't even. he, you know what? And I agree with you. I don't fuck with that vandalizing property and items and shit. But I would be telling y'all a bold-faced lie and saying I wasn't entertained because I was. Because that shit had me rolling. It really did. Jada showed her whole ass.
She showed the fuck out.
She really did. Like this whole episode, she showed the fuck out. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I ain't gonna hold you. I would be lying to y'all if I didn't say if I wasn't entertained because I was. Jada carried on.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah, that's what Jada was saying.
was.
She painted that nigga. She painted that nigga car. She called him all types of bitches and hoes, and I was like, "You not wrong." I was like, "Ooh, ooh." Mm. But yeah, that was the end of the episode. She walked off, and she was like, "You're not going," because I guess she was trying to get him to admit like that he was being a bitch ass nigga, and I was like, I mean, you got a better chance with praying for rain, but because that's never gonna happen, Jada. But you know what, go off. So they just basically had a shouting match, and he's like, "This is why you got fired because you a psychotic bitch and a soft stalker bitch," and I was like, fair, but this is still also mostly your fault as to how we got here anyway, Teddy. So it's only so much I can give you. And yeah, she stormed off. She walked off. She was like, "Well, nigga, you ain't gonna fess up, then fuck it. But I'm gonna paint your car before I go." And he was just looking there like a stump on a log, like he usually does, I guess. And I guess he went home to Tati and complained and cried in Carl Thomas and whatever. Which also that's the other thing. Like as bird as Jada is, it's like Teddy. You go from Jada to Tati. Like as bird as Jada is, she not a bad looking girl. Them wigs is ugly as fuck, but she not a bad looking girl. She not bad built. And then you go to somebody that look like Tati.
That yeah.
It's like
I don't know. It just kind of I checked out. I won't lie.
yeah,
I
yeah,
just was
yeah,
like, what are y'all? No, okay.
yeah,
Enough is enough, dumb
yeah,
bitches. All of you.
yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
of you. You're getting on my nerves.
Yeah, like y'all can go to hell. Y'all can go to hell.
That's it. That's all. That's where I was at with it. Just go to fuck the hell.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Everybody have a good day in hell. Name
yeah.
it.
Cause I mean, we do enjoy bird shit, but it gets to a point where it's like, okay, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
And we have reached to the point where it's like, okay, fuck y'all. And yeah, and that was it. That was it for Black Ink. So they're gonna take a week off. They're gonna take Thanksgiving week off, and then come back the week after. And it seems like, and also this is why Ted. I mean, not Ted. Caesar being such a hater. And when we was talking about him being controlling, because now it seems like Sky's like, well, nigga, if you don't support my dream, nigga, I'm just gonna do the shit anyway. Like, I'm gonna do it behind your back, quote unquote. And I was like, I can't necessarily blame Sky.
Yeah.
Cause it's like I was gonna do the shit anyway, but I'm coming to you up front and you being my brother, quote unquote, like I thought you were gonna support me. So now I'm gonna just do the shit anyway behind your back, and like I gave you the opportunity to be down, but you wasn't, so fuck you. And I can't blame Sky.
I don't blame Sky. I blame Sky for being stupid. And in the previews, the shit, she's still posting shit on Snapchat.
Yeah. Well, she gonna be a bird anyway, because that's just how she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't see a real like Sky should be able to do what she needs to do to secure her own future and C's was really cock blocking that.
Correct. So speaking of cop blocking, let's wrap it up and end it with not real, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood reunion. So as we talked about earlier, like y'all know we checked out this season. But um and today I had watched the reunion as I was waiting for Candace to do her adult things. Which shout out to my friends being adults, and my ass just sitting here like, ooh, child adults and who the ghetto. Shout out to y'all. See friendship. Um, but listen, let me tell you something. That damn reunion, that was some damn carrying on. The kind of carrying on that we should have had, that Mona should have had the whole goddamn season. But you know what? We've already said Mona girl, fuck you. But listen, you know what, friend? I'll let you take the lead on this. Let's go. Let's talk. We here. Let's go.
I'm gonna tell you the big thing that really had got under my skin, and I just wish it hadn't, but it did, was the way that they treated Lyrica all season long.
Yeah.
I can't. When those grown ass men set they funky asses on their stage and said that they lied on Lyrica all season to be petty and to try to get under A1's skin, my heart was hurt for Lyrica. Adult men would use a woman as a pawn in that manner. People that she has been cool with, been nice to, like she going at it with her husband over considering Rockstar a friend, and he was content to ruin her marriage. Ruin her marriage. Somebody that she called a friend tried to ruin her marriage.
Yeah, and we have to go down the list. We have to go down the list. Rockstar, Safari, Ray J. To an extent, Marcus. To an extent. Like,
Marcus.
Like, all y'all.
Brooke.
Like, all y'all. Shit, who else? That's it, ain't it?
His own mama.
Oh, yeah.
Her brother-in-law, her sister-in-law.
Yep.
Can you imagine having to navigate pregnancy and being a newlywed with that many people rooting and working against you?
That many people lying on your pussy and causing friction between you and your husband because they want to be petty or because they don't like you or both. Like, woo. And like, this, if anything, because again, we don't know them personally, and I haven't heard anything from the blogs and seen anything post reunion, but this should let A1 know that them niggas that you think your friends are definitely not your friends. Because we were talking about that pregame. Ain't no friend doing that shit. Like, what the nigga name? Rockstar talking about, well, me and A1 been friends for years and we just do petty stuff to get under each other's skin. No, nigga.
He ain't say they was friends, but he said they've been knowing each other for years and they do petty stuff like that. And A1 was looking like, nigga, I don't do petty shit to you.
Right.
Keep my name out your mouth.
Right.
Like I said, I felt a way for Lyrica, even if she didn't feel it herself, that many people conspired to ruin her marriage and make her pregnancy miserable so that they could keep a storyline.
Right. And in typical messy people fashion, they was trying to pass the blame like hot potato. Safari talking about Ray J, you was the main one. Nigga, if you would have did the shit off rip, we wouldn't even be here.
At all.
right? Like dead ass. Like if anything, like one of my managers out at work always say, CYA, cover your ass. If you would have dead this, if Safari would have dead that shit off real, he was like, I never said nothing. Well, that's the problem. You didn't say anything. Like you not saying anything allowed other people to keep mess going. If you would have spoke up and did the shit off real, we wouldn't be here. Well, at least your part in it wouldn't be here. And if they decided to be messy and be trash, then that's on them. But nigga, take personal responsibility and dead the shit. And especially if you were A1 supposed to be boys, like what nigga? What? Like,
First of all, I've been wanting to get this off my chest.
Go ahead.
Because I've been, like I said, I've been watching, even though we decided to pull it from the show. What man is going to be having personal conversations with his friend's wife? Like, I don't care how innocent it is. It ain't no reason for you to be texting your homeboy's wife about nothing. If it don't got nothing to do with your husband. The only thing you should be texting about is if y'all is going to plan a birthday party for her husband or some shit. Other than that, that shit should have never been going on. And Lyrica filed for that too. And I hope that she really understands what happened when you don't maintain certain boundaries with people.
Yes.
Because that lack of boundaries cost her a whole lot this season. It got her taking paternity tests on her unborn child.
Listen. Whew.
We here. Go on.
Woo. Listen, let me tell you something. When I tell you, if I was A1, I would be beating everybody's ass. Listen. And we talked about that pregame because I definitely believe that ain't because let's list them in on the show. A1, I definitely believe A1 can fight. Definitely believe he can fight.
I know he can because that nigga was jumping over tables to get the niggas this season.
Correct. Listen, that nigga
was scurrying away.
Listen, that nigga was because ain't his brother the big brother, and A1 was looking like nigga, it ain't nothing but words. So I know that nigga can fight.
Yeah.
I know A1 can fight.
A1 was giving space and opportunity tease.
A1 was like, listen, don't let these pearls fool you. I'll beat your ass. That's my type of energy.
You see, he almost took off his costume, Jerry.
Hello, he almost took off that bubblegum wrap, Jerry. I see you, A1. I ain't gonna hold you.
Because Lyrica spilled the tea. We know that ain't real, boo-boo.
Yeah.
But anyways.
But but A1 can fight. Safari, we talked about this. I believe Safari can fight, but he had whole nigga tendencies. Like I believe he can fight, but he moved like somebody that can't fight.
I feel like he can fight, but he can't fight. Like
Yeah. Like I feel like he would be like 50% at the line, at the free throw line. I feel, depending on the day.
Yeah, I can agree there.
Depending on the day, Marcus can't fight. Ray J can't fight.
Marcus can't fight because Booby been disrespecting Marcus since last season.
But you know what? I'll take it a step further. Booby been disrespecting Marcus, but it's been disrespect that Marcus has earned because Marcus was disrespecting him.
True.
Yeah, because that was the other thing. Like y'all disrespecting Booby like this nigga ain't a whole ass ex-professional athlete and like 6'3" can beat y'all ass. Like, like Marcus all of like 5'7" talking to Booby like he ain't a grown ass man that was playing aside LeBron James. Like boy,
built like a thumb from Spy Kids.
You so stupid.
Marcus do look like a thumb. He looked like a thumb.
He built like a ceramic heater with glasses. And Booby up here like 6'3", 220.
He definitely give me Mr. Hanky the Christmas pooties.
He do.
He just looked like a little log of shit with reading glasses on.
Agreed. He looked like like them them fold like at the family reunion, like them fold up chairs that you have at like the spades table and shit.
Yeah.
Like if you fold one of them up and like one of your little cousins draw a face on it, that's Marcus. That's Marcus. But yeah, he can't fight. Ray J can't fight. Lucci can't fight. Like, can't nobody on. Go ahead.
Any nigga who dyed his hair like Cruella DeVille, you not gonna convince me they can fight?
Nah. Yeah, agreed. So can't nobody on the cast fight but like A1, like for real, for real. And listen, if I were A1, whew, like you niggas are supposed to be my boys, and you cause friction between me and my wife, which my wife kind of entertained it, but at the same time, still I'm looking at y'all like y'all supposed to be my boys.
Like she entertained it, but she ain't deserve all of that. Like they
Agreed.
really piled on Lyrica this season.
Agreed.
And I have a huge problem with that. Even knowing she was pregnant. Like
Agreed.
all of that shit should have been dead once they found out Lyrica was pregnant.
Agreed. And if I'm looking like y'all did all this to us, and we ain't done nothing to y'all.
Yeah.
I'll be beating everybody's ass. I'm sorry. I will be beating everybody's ass. And also, while we're here, A1, your mama, Miss Pam.
Look like the Boogie Monster.
She looked like.
Oh, that's one ugly bitch, boy.
Ooh. Okay, who uglier, his mama or OG?
His mom.
Yeah. Agreed. Because OG, she ugly, but she a nice person and she got that body.
I was about to say she got body.
Yeah. A1 mama, Miss Pam, she built.
A1 mama looked like she was trying to deliver with Lyrica.
All right. All right. That's enough. Woo. But yeah, I was so blown. I'm like, woo. Ray J ass talking about it. We supposed to be bros. It's like, are y'all like OG? Are we? Is it? Because boys, unless it's two definitions of boys that I don't know, boys don't do this to boys. You don't do this to your mans that you call a friend and his wife.
No.
Y'all on some lipstick ass shit.
Yeah, I don't listen. A1 mama, when Lyrica was like, that's why you're not gonna be there for the birth of my child. And A1 talking about that's not right, Lyrica. Let me tell you something. Listen to me, friends. Listen to me good. Pregnancy is so dangerous. Delivery is so dangerous. The fact that your mama made your wife's whole pregnancy miserable, put her in a position to stress to the point of miscarrying or stillborn or whatever the case, your mom should not be allowed anywhere in the vicinity of your wife and your child.
Correct.
Your mom is an abusive piece of shit.
And look like one.
Who is pissed that her son got married and she can't run through his money because he has a wife and a family to take care of. That is the energy that I get from Pam.
I don't disagree. at all.
Oh, and that ugly bitch that went to Africa and married an African. So you know she finna get scammed out her poorly put together wigs.
And you know what? It'll be what she deserves.
Yep.
Suffer.
Great man.
Suffer. Other highlights of the reunion was who that was that K Michelle got into it with?
Rockstar.
I think it was Rockstar.
She said it. She was like, "You a man and you messy." She was like, "You was messy all season."
Right. Which
because Rockstar was talking shit on Moniece. I think that's how that came about. Since K Michelle and Moniece are trash of the same type.
Yeah. Which I mean, she's not wrong, but I was just like, well, K Michelle, it would take mess to recognize mess. But you know what? You're not wrong.
I was gonna say, yeah, the nerve.
Yeah.
A lot of it she has.
Yeah.
Too much, if you ask me. But
but she wasn't wrong.
I like how Lyrica G handled Pam. Lyrica G was like, "Girl, shut the fuck up."
Yo, I can't lie. Like Lyrica Senior, her energy, like I was like, okay.
She was giving off big clit energy.
You are so annoying.
She looked good too. She did look good.
She did. You know what? I can't. Yeah. I can't because usually, I'm in agreement with you. I can't really stand any of the lyricals, but I was not.
She was not going back and forth. She was not being, argumentative. She kind of was just like ignored him, like, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Which I mean, I can't listen. Mate, and I don't want to say too much because we'll say one good thing and then next season they'll be back to fuck being terrible. But I was like, maybe it's growth. Maybe she like, look, girl, I have a whole grandchild to prepare for. I ain't studying your ass.
Yeah, that's how it came across to me.
Yeah, yeah. She was in full grandma mode, which hey, fair.
Yeah. Can I just say that I really adore Apple Watts, and
same.
I'm really glad she has not allowed that weirdo to keep trying to pretend to be her father. Like, I don't care. Like, if you wanted to have a relationship with her, you should have been honest with her that you are not her biological dad.
Yeah.
Like,
also, that screams some opportunity shit.
Also, I did my digging. Y'all know I like to do a little digging.
Journalist.
And, that nigga is an extra on one of Tyler Perry shows on OWN. I think it's Greenleaf or some shit.
Ha!
So he was definitely in it for the check.
Yeah, opportunities. Which raises questions because I'm like, nigga, you get a check from Tyler Perry and as much money as that man has, and you try to get a check from Mona.
He trying to get all the checks. I'm not, but at the expense of a woman's actual real life trauma is trash to me.
Yeah. We are in agreement because I was like, the men's of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood this season.
They leave a lot to be desired.
Yeah. The Twitter nigga is very strong within them. Very strong.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad that Candace told me to watch it because that shit had me screaming. I was disgusted and screaming at the same time. I was like, the audacity of these grown ass messy ass niggas. If A1 was just so fed up, he was looking like the whole time. A1 was looking like if it wasn't for these goddamn cameras.
A1 was giving his mama energy, like, girl, you look the fuck stupid right now.
Yeah. Also, what's the girl name? Nina. What her name is? Nina Parker.
Yeah.
She didn't look bad.
Oh no, she looked good. She looked
good.
And not to say she looked bad before, but she actually looked like she didn't slim down, huh?
Yeah. I was like, okay. I was like, you know what, Nina, I too have slimmed down.
Slimming down.
Woo!
I'm howling. I think that's it, ain't it, friend?
Yeah. I think that's it. I think
we pulled more than that was actually there, which is the norm for us.
To be, yeah. I mean, that's the norm for us. I mean, because listen.
Next week we're gonna try to bring a guest on. Well, we're gonna see because maybe we may not have a show for Thanksgiving because it looked like a lot of shows is taking a week off.
Yeah.
So we'll let you know. If not, we'll be back after Thanksgiving when everything ramps back up, and we'll be back with Growing Up Hip Hop and try to have a guest on and see what that do. And before we go out of here this week, some devastating news hit the hip hop, the fashion, the modeling industry with the loss of Kim Porter, who was a model, an actress, a mother. I remember seeing her on the Perm and Color Boxes back in the day. She has She has 4 children, 3 with Diddy, aka Sean Combs. She passed away at the age of 46. She would have been 47, I think they say December 15th. No verified cause yet, but they think it was from complications due to pneumonia. We here at Ratchet Ramblings want to keep the Porter Combs family in our prayers as they navigate this tragedy, especially around the holidays, and all of her children were young. Some of adult age, but still young nonetheless. And I'm not gonna rant and rave about healthcare and Black women until there's an official cause of death. But if you listen, if you're a listener, if you fuck with us, please keep the family, those kids, keep them in your prayers. This is going to be a rough holiday season for them, and the least we could do is send some positive thoughts and prayers their way, and just keep them uplifted, because that's something that you never can prepare for, is to lose somebody at such a young age like that while having young children. They seem fine the day before and then this. So keep her friends, her family, her kids, keep Diddy's other kids lifted in prayer too, because from my understanding, they was a close family. They had kind of figured out the dynamics of having a healthy blended family, and those kids were probably close to Kim as well. So let's do that for them.
Yes.
And on the more ain't shit note, it's the holidays. Who want to fight? Don't you motherfuckers be bringing no food to nobody's potluck, nobody's house, if you know you can't motherfucking cook. And I mean it. Okay? Keep that bland ass, dry ass, poorly seasoned ass food away from other people, bitch. Bring the cups. Bring the soda. Bring a bottle. Bring some wine in that motherfucker. Bring some Crown Royal. Bring some Ciroc. But don't you bring no dry ass stuffing or dressing. Don't you bring no gritty ass greens. Don't you bring no motherfucking yams shaped like hockey pucks with marshmallows on them. Don't you, if you can't bake, bitch, you go and you get a patty pie, bitch, and you stick it in the oven. And bitches, unisex. Men and women, you go get you a patty pie. You set your oven to 325. Put it in. 25 minutes later, voila. She make a cobbler too. She make peach cobbler. Same thing. Set your oven to 325, bitch. Take it out the box. Put it in the oven. Take it to somebody's house. They will be far more appreciative than that nasty ass box cake you finna make, bitch. I see you. I see y'all. Until you motherfuckers with cats as pets, don't you bring shit. You go to the store. Y'all let y'all cats be in the kitchen, on the counter, licking the pop top. I ain't here for the bullshit this holiday, okay? With that lumpy ass gravy, bitch. Don't you play. I see you. I see you. You can't cook. Some of y'all can't cook. You just can't. Don't you bring no motherfucking macaroni and cheese made out of them crab dinosaurs for the kids, bitch. You find you some regular elbow, or you find you some cavatappi, bitch, and then you go be great and learn your cheese combinations, because you motherfuckers is using 8 different cheeses and your macaroni and cheese still tastes like shit, because you out here using pre-shredded cheese and shit. The cheese don't melt. It just looks fucking crazy. And this is my last, let me get this off my chest, because we finna, And these are the key pieces. The meats. Your turkey dry. You ain't good at turkey. You ain't never been good at turkey. You're not gonna be good at turkey this year. Leave that turkey the fuck alone, bitch. Leave it. Leave it to somebody who could do a good turkey. It ain't you. Okay, you motherfuckers think you're following trends. You out here, you're doing Dre ass shit, marinating turkeys and champagne and shit. Your turkey is drier than the motherfucking Sahara Desert at the peak of summer. Leave it. Leave it. This is a sermon from my heart. And your ham fucked up too. Okay, you don't know how to get a good glaze on that ham. You ain't doing your googles. You still putting them ugly ass pineapple slices and cherries on that fucking ham. You putting cloves in it. Your ham nasty. The glaze ain't shit. You ain't shit. Your cooking ain't shit. Bring the Pepsi, bitch, and we out of here. Bye.
This has been the read by Sonata. We done. We out. Bye.